Alright, a little bit of an update time. I am still going to build Kazai's dubstep gun. I just have to wait for Walmart to get the foam board I want to use. I want to use basically Black Elmer's foam board. That way so I can have the base color down instead of just spray painting a standard white sheet of foam board matte black and then spray painting the red trim around it. I mean, yeah, I could do that, but I've had bad problems. In the past with spray paint basically peeling away and bubbling up and peeling away after I put like one coat down, let it dry, and then put another coat on of a different color. I don't know why it does that, but I've had bad times, so I'm thinking it's just better off for me to just get a standard black sheet of foam board, and then just spray paint the red trim on it that way. So it'll be a lot more easier for me in the long run. I do still plan on building that thing, but the thing is I got quite a few months before me and her meet again. So I have all the time in the world to plan everything out, make sure I get everything done correctly prior to me actually doing the building process. So with that said, I'm gonna give another update on the Draken 3 that I have that I'm planning to build. The person that's making the model, as you clearly can tell, I have his model out right now. Oh, I don't have his model out, but this is the model he's uploaded. I'm not gonna try and pronounce his name because I suck at pronouncing names. So, yeah. But I'll give a link to this model so you can go view it yourself and whatnot. The guy that makes these models, his building skills are superb. From the 2 live streams that he did, from what I gathered, he's built this model from scratch just from pictures from pictures that he gathered off Google. That shows how skilled he is. Now, with that said, he's got the model built, and he has the basic textures on here so he can mess around with the geometry of the textures and see how the thing will go along. And even though these are just the low res textures, this still looks incredibly good. Now the thing is, the reason why I'm not building this is because he's going to spend the next month or so custom building from scratch high res HD textures for this model for me, so when I go to print it out and build it, it will be the highest resolution possible. But with that said, thanks to this little model right here, I can actually basically look at it in a 3D space and actually get a general idea how I'm going to build the superstructure inside the aircraft, where I'm going to put the sound system, where I'm going to put all the LEDs, figure out how the thing will be put together, where I can make it to where stuff breaks apart for storage and ease of use for taking it to conventions and whatnot. And from what I saw in his live stream, he made it so the little winglets here basically will come off. From what I think, they'll break off right here at this line. So transporting this aircraft, building this aircraft is going to be a blast. And having the little winglets here actually pop off is going to be a godsend for me when it comes to transporting this thing to my local conventions, and also storing it, because when I store Hi-Tet's aircraft, that thing's a bit of a pain in the butt to store. Storing this thing is going to be so much easier. And with that said, like I said, I'm capable of actually getting an idea of how this thing will go together. And I can also get a general idea of where I'm going to be placing the LEDs. Of course, like I said in the video a while back, I'll be placing the LEDs where these little red dots are. I'm going to be putting LEDs in the winglets, and I'm also going to be putting LEDs right here at the tail. And I'll also be putting LEDs in the engine right here. And I can already tell with the way he designed the engine area right here, I can put a rack of LEDs here, and I can put a rack of LEDs here. And then I can put some tinfoil around in the inside here, and probably some tinfoil inside here, That way, so when the LEDs are doing their thing, it'll be even brighter than Hi-Tet's aircraft. And basically, Hi-Tet's aircraft was kind of a proof of concept to see what I could do. This one, I'm gonna go full out. And also for the speaker placement, right now I'm thinking the speaker placement will be right in here. That way, so it'll be the least obstructed area, and it'll actually be easier to work with. And I also have a general idea where I might end up putting the amplifier and whatnot. I'm thinking of putting it down here in the bottom, but I don't know yet. I have to see this model fully built before I start figuring stuff out like that. But thanks to this little 3D rendering he's put out, I'm able to see how exactly this thing will come together when I go to build it, and what little bits and pieces I need to look out for and whatnot. And with that said, I'm still very impressed of what this guy was capable of doing with just pictures off Google. It's really amazing. So hopefully in the next few weeks or so, I'll either be working on Kazai's dubstep gun, or if he somehow surprises me with coming out with the finished product, I might end up starting up on this thing first, because it'll only take me about like 1 to 2 weeks to build this thing. It can take me around a month to 2 months to build Kazai's dubstep gun. And it's going to probably be like 6-7 months before she's in my area again. So I kind of really want to build this first before I build Kazai's dubstep gun. Sorry, Kazai. But like I said, Kazai's dubstep gun will come to fruition. That will be a fact. It just depends, will I start on this first, or will I start on Kazai's dubstep gun first? We'll see in the next week or so.